Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé. Love in Paradise, Season 4, Episode 4, The Mile High Club. So hopefully everyone got a chance to watch the episode. If you didn't watch it and you're just here for the review, I appreciate that too. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. We do all the 90-day franchises over here, Married at First Sight, and maybe a few things coming down the line as well. Also hit that like button, whether you're here live with me or on the replay. Really appreciate that. And let me know what you think about these couples, whether you're live or in the replay. I would love to know your thoughts about these new couples, because listen, these couples on here, I appreciate the 90-day production team, executive team, whoever, giving us new couples to look at, follow their story. But where they got these couples, especially one in particular, I'm like, how deep in your bag did you get them? Because none of them, absolutely none of them, seem to be on the same page or in love with each other. Okay, maybe singular, but definitely not with each other, in my opinion. So yes, indeed, we're going to get started early, and that's a hello and welcome from me and Millennial in the corner. Like I said, even though she's not on the channel, I do talk about the shows with her. She's up to date. She just hasn't had the time with her studies and everything else she's got going on to join. Maybe she will as time goes on when Married at First Sight Chicago comes back in line. And, you know, if you were here with me on Tuesday Live, I really need her to clarify online to see who she's talking about for what I consider being on a reality show. And the one she threw out there, I was like, no, ma'am. But anyways, all right. So hopefully everyone got a chance to watch. Again, the couples on this season is Shawn and Douglas. Douglas is now transitioning into Alliya. So I'm going to roll with Alliya for this, and I'll show the pictures too so we all know who I'm talking about. Let's see. Right here, Shawn, 61. Alliya, I believe she's like in her 20s, something like that. Since that's what she's going by, that's what we'll call her that. Shawn could call her Douglas. So, you know, just so you know. Alex and Adriano. Alex is 35. Adriano is 30. And then we also have Luke and Madeleine. Okay. This is already a mess right here. I mean, just off top, this is a mess. Okay. She's 19. He's 30. I find that very problematic. And then we have Anika, or Annie, as Kyle likes to call her. And I also think he's very problematic too. I have no idea what she considers as quirky. This is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's missing in your life where you feel like he is quirky and he is the one for you? Okay. So that's all I got to say. So let me say hello. Hey, Tamika girl. Hey, girl. Hey, Frappes and Tea. Hola. How are you? Yes, it's good to see new faces. Tired of the old ones. Yes, ma'am. So, all right, we can get started. I see you backstage. Are you ready? Okay. One of y'all didn't seem like he was ready for real, but I'm not going to put you out on Front Street like that. Okay, here we go. So hello to Devontae.
How you doing?
Hello to Tamika. How are you?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You should have said that like on Tuesday so I could did like a little banner or something.
It's all good.
Okay.
Thank you. I just turned 30 again. I turned 30 again.
Woo!
Gotcha.
Again.
It's windy outside today, so the Wi-Fi is in and out. I'm still here. I can still hear you. So I can see it like freezing just a little bit. And I'm on my newest setup. So it's not the newest setup, it's outside. Okay. So yes, happy birthday, Tamika. So all right.
You.
So let's start with Shawn and Douglas, or Shawn and Alliya. Okay. Someone in the comments said to me that they went on to say, like, that's really a man. So, you know, say it that's what he should be called, a man. But on here, if he wants to be called Alliya, to the commenter, I'm going to call him Alliya. So that's just me. All right. So Shawn and Alliya, formerly known as Douglas. So they're out on the beach. They're drinking a famous drink on the beach. I have to agree with Shawn on this one. He's like, "Oh, so are you trying to get me drunk before we go out shopping?" I'm like, "Probably," because she knows that you're not into this lifestyle, and she wants to get a little bit faded, I guess, to go along with what she got to go along. So Douglas keeps saying the whole entire episode that he's on that he's nervous about the transition. He's been with women before, so he knows what it's like, but he chose Douglas, and he's not sure if he could be with Douglas, who is now transitioning to Alliya. But yet again, on episode 2, you flew in with a carry-on full of wigs and weave. So to me, you contradicted yourself. So you helping her lifestyle with her hair and maybe cosmetics and everything, and now you just don't know because you're seeing him or her more feminine and dressing that way. Like, he needs to make up his mind. You're either going to accept it or you're not. What do y'all think? If anything.
Yeah, he created a monster when they went to that Pride festival and told her to wear that wig, and now they are coming out and saying this is who I really am. And I think that maybe they didn't know how to come out, and now that the boyfriend's like, okay, yeah, put this on. So
but he
started it.
Right, but he admitted that he was already. I'm going to go back and forth. So this is not. Yeah. So just from when Douglas is talking from his point of view, he already said that she was already wearing makeup here and there and dressing a little bit more, feminine while he was there, but just the full transition occurred. He didn't know how to deal with that. So I don't know. Any thoughts, Devontae?
I think he just need to go ahead and end it. I feel like they.
That's it.
Yeah, they're on two different. He's gay and he want like a a a gay man that's just like
a feminine gay man,
feminine, but not like we going shopping and you wearing dresses. Like, he ain't into that. He probably don't want a boyfriend that remind him of a woman but is a man. So I don't think that's what he wants. And I feel like in his mind, even though his boyfriend is a man, still it's just like you moving too much like a woman to the point it's just like I'm almost to a woman until like obviously we go to the bedroom. It's just like this not what I'm not trying to be sitting in those stores watch you try on dresses. Like, if you wore that every blue moon, I feel like he'd be okay with it. But if this gonna be your regular and we gonna be buying lace fronts and all this and I don't know. I feel like he just go. I feel like what's his name? What's her name?
Alliya.
Aaliyah. I feel like Aaliyah low key want to transition. I don't know if she want to go full fledged, but I feel like if she's transitioning, y'all ain't gonna be together. If that was the case, you might as well date a woman. This ain't making no sense.
I think that she's starting the transition with the hair, the clothing, and the makeup, and all the other stuff, and want to have surgery, cosmetic surgery to enhance herself. But
I don't think he's attracted to trans people. I think he just like gay men. So I feel like this is just like they on two different spectrums of the LGBTQ plus yeah. She done moved over a couple letters and he like, oh snap, wait a minute.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's a wrap.
When they went to go, shopping and everything, when the booty shorts came out and the little tight dresses and everything. He was very uncomfortable. So, I mean, I don't know how long they really invested in their relationship, but he does seem like he likes the person. He just doesn't like the transition. So that's what I get from it.
I mean, but how you not gonna? I mean, but this is who this person is becoming, and this is who this person is telling you that this is me now, and this is gonna be me in the future. It's only up from here, so I'm only gonna get more feminine, girly from here. So if this is not what you're attracted to, you might as well
break it
go
off.
ahead, break it off. I mean, he young. I don't. They look like they got a nice age difference. He'll find another man.
Right.
There's about a 30-year age difference. Same as the Kenny and Armando.
Kenny and Armando, yeah.
30-year difference.
But I feel like that's more common in like with gay men, like to date like a little younger. Like the nice age gap is like a common thing.
Maybe, I don't know. But he just, out of all the couples, he seemed like he's the most uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, which is weird. Like I feel like to not be like to be uncomfortable with it is weird to me. Like I'm just like I don't know. I don't think that's why I say it's just like it's the writing on the wall, dude.
Yeah. And like I said, if it's glitchy, because I could kind of see I'm still here. It's just whatever's happening outside with the Wi-Fi. All right, let's move to Alex and Adriano. I think for them next week is going to be fire when her cousin comes to town, but that's next week. So Alex and Adriano. So she's arrived in Italy. She's ready to see her man, and her biggest thing is she wants to continue to work on their relationship. They broke up a few times, and the whole year they've been together, they've only spent in a relationship. I mean, they've only spent 10 days together. So now she's going to be there for what, 2 weeks to see if she wants to decide if she wants to continue this relationship and to see if she wants to go with him on a move to Australia. And I'm thinking, what does a move to Australia?
Don't do it, Miss Sophia. Don't do it, Miss Sophia.
Right. Because he wants to go because more free, more opportunities. What's that got to do with you? Because you could still technically visit. I don't understand why she feels she would have to move. Like they're not engaged. So what's the rush with that? That's just me.
Yeah. This not gonna last. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the words of Devontae, they need to break it off.
Yeah. I think it's like a fetish. I think it's like a fetish for him. He just want like to be with a black woman. I feel like it's a fetish. It's not something. I don't feel like he really serious. Based on the conversations they're gonna have. Yeah, I feel like he just want a freaky black girl. He ain't really trying to. What she want is not what he offering. Like she want a man to herself, and that's he trying to. I mean, we could be together, but I mean, as long as other people are always gonna be involved, at least in the bedroom, most of the time, I could deal with it. Like I feel like he a free spirited person, I guess, if you want to say it like that, or he's more open sexually, and I feel like she may be open to like maybe a threesome once, but like this is his regular lifestyle, and I think she just in for a rude awakening. She just need to pull the blinds off her eyes and listen to your cousins.
Phil. Frappes and Tea said he wants to add flavors to it, but okay.
Going through that what's that Neapolitan?
Neapolitan?
Right. 31 flavors.
Down to that last brown strip.
I think her biggest problem is when she initially told him yes, she would do a threesome, and then she thought about it and was like, no. And that's all he wants. And if she not gonna give it to him, he gonna get a threesome with somebody else, and she gonna be the odd one out. So and then he asked about the cousin, and I'm like, ugh, that's nasty.
Like, well, we don't know what y'all do over there, but that over here, no.
Yeah,
not the family now.
No.
Yeah.
But I think he still holds her to that threesome thing because she said in her past she dated women, so maybe he thinks like, oh, you did that. Well, I don't see the problem. you know, and then he went on to explain that when he was 28, that's when he had his first threesome. And he was like, this is all my relationships. I'm like, but you got to know, I mean, there's communities for that too, right? There's communities. And if she has told you that this is not what she wants, and you have said this is what you want, I don't understand either how this is going to work, because
they're in two different books.
Two different, but literally. So when they get to dinner after she, you know, gets there, and really he's kind of like rushing her to hurry up, you know, they have that conversation again. And she said, you know, bottom line for him, like, you know what, this is not going to happen. This is not what I want. You need to respect me and what I want. And, you know, why would you have threesomes? He was like, well, he's like, why? And I'm like, when he said why, I'm like, girl, you flew over to Italy for nothing.
Right. Right. You better get you some authentic Italian food and go back home.
He probably already got the couple girls picked out. Like, yeah, she coming in town, be on standby.
Right.
You already know that. You already
they showed her picture and everything.
Right. That's his lifestyle. And on top of that, you know, as dinner was going on, she was like, well, you know, I don't know if I'll feel comfortable in Australia if we do move there. And, you know, I'll be too far away from my family. I'm like, okay, so another couple hours is not going to hurt you. Now, you're already away from 1,000 miles away from your family. So what difference is it? One. But two, it's just the fact that he's like, okay, well, let's table this for the night, and we could get back on the topic the next day. And I'm like, girl, that's all it took, because the next scene was, you know, they was about to shake some sheets. I'm like,
I mean, you might as well come over there and do that part. I mean, you flew all the way over there.
I know, but still, you know, he was like, okay, because he knew he wanted to get it in. So did she. But still, like, when you done, the topic is still.
It's still on the table.
It's still on the table. You didn't solve anything.
So
not at all.
Are they boyfriend and girlfriend?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Right. She talking about she been waiting. I know he ain't been waiting. Yeah, right.
No, that's what he remind me of Sarper.
He does.
Maybe not as many, but he got Sarper vibes.
We have Rory in the comments. It says the couple's work because their wants and needs are two different things, and she's having cold feet. No, I don't think she's having cold feet. She
lied about being a freak. She ain't having cold feet. He lied about being a freak. That's what it was. He a level 12 hot Indian. You a level 1.
Put that on a t-shirt. You lied about being a freak.
Yeah. Like, it's okay.
That's what you need to bring up on the Messy Bestie podcast. Did you lie about being a freak?
Like, that was them beginning conversations. Like, yeah, I want 5 kids too. Then you really get to know somebody. Yeah, I really want to. I'm just playing.
Right. Or nothing. So the next couple is, I think they're going to be the second star of the show, because the first star of the show, we leave until the end, is Luke and Madeleine. Now, how long have they known each other? Because I seriously have a problem with this. She's 19, he's 30. He said he met her on vacation. I'm like, how long was you in Colombia?
Right.
Vacation to give her 10 thou wow to have a BEAUTA business. I said, girl, what are you spelling? Beauty.
Listen,
business.
When I saw that, I was like, what?
Right, the booty bar. The booty bar.
Right.
Now, listen, though, the inside was nice, but when he looked at that sign, that's what took me out, right? And I'm like, I understand, you know, English is probably her second language, but I looked up how to spell beauty in Spanish, because in confessional, she was like, oh, that's how you spell it in Spanish.
No,
she lied. She lied.
No, it don't.
Beauty is spelled in Spanish. Hold on. How you spell beauty in Spanish? It is spelled BELLEZ as in zebra A. I said, what? That's not even Spanish, girl. What are you spelling?
Wait a minute. What? That's Beliza?
That's how you spell beauty in Spanish. Look it up on your phone.
Oh.
And I said, first of all, he gave you $10,000 and the sign is wrong. So you didn't, how long that sign been up you didn't know was wrong?
That's why she ain't got no, that's why she ain't got no business.
First of all, she 19 being slow. Why
I know.
you as a 30-year-old, why are you invested in a 19-year-old that she
Thank you.
ain't lived enough to do nothing?
Mm-mm.
19, first of all, you 30 years old, you in love with a 19-year-old. This is the love of my life. If a
Right.
19-year-old the love of your life, sir,
Then yeah, where
you
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 been?
got a lot of growing up to do.
A
Cause a
lot.
19-year-old, only thing y'all got in common is sex. Just say you enjoy having sex with her and you in love
Exactly.
and you a passport, bro. You not about to get nobody that look like her where you at. Just say that. But don't be out here acting like this the love of your life. What she doing? She ain't about to cook no hot meals. She ain't about to give you no medicine. She ain't about to nurture you. She gonna be like, oh, you need to go to the doctor, but make sure you leave some money on the dresser so I can go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
She already admitted that she was like a sugar baby. Like he
Sugar
takes
baby,
care,
yeah, she look like
you know.
one.
And listen, when he asked her how much was the overhead, she's like 3 million pesos. I'm glad he did the math real quick because I'm like, how much is 3 million pesos? 700, almost $800 for overhead, and she only get maybe 3 customers a week. I said, nope.
That's
Nope.
three. That's 3 million pesos.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
$3 million.
3 million pesos, like it's close to 800. It's just rounded up to 800. Yeah.
Well, I need to go over there. I'm gonna be living like a king. Well, you get a peso. You get a peso. Talking about 3 million. I got $800. We balling out over here.
Rory
You get
says
a
that
booty bar.
right. Right. The dog and her nails taking me out. Her nails are long now. Her nails are ridiculously long. But it's just the fact of if he, like, what kind of businessman was he, anyways? He said he was very successful, but he has his hand in so many different businesses that now every one of his businesses has tanked and he has no money.
No money and he ain't got no job.
I don't believe everyone. I think maybe he put all his eggs in one basket because not one is successful. Not one. Unless he took one to belt the other
I
to
mean,
belt.
it seems like he had a good main job and he was doing all kind of other stuff. But he
Mm-hmm.
said basically him keep going over there got him fired. He got fired for attendance. You keep going over there for weeks and weeks. You know, jobs only give you so much time. And he know that little young girl, he probably kept on flying over there 4 or 5 times a year. You ain't got that much time.
That's
Ain't no
true.
Mm.
way you got that much time. So he probably got fired. And now
So
all your little 401k, because he in California. So I wouldn't be shocked if his 401k stacked up pretty fast based on if he was making a nice amount of money. Like if he lived in like a little, maybe a state like Ohio, somewhere, something like that, he'd be all right. But in California, them bills add up quick.
mm-hmm.
Well, up quick depends on where you live. They do, but the 401k isn't based off of where you live. 401k is based off your wages and what
Yeah.
your employer will put in or not. So
Hmm.
even if he pulled it out early, I mean, it's a ding for anybody under the age of 62 to pull anything out early. So if he pulled it out, then he don't have none at all. Once you pull it out, unless you sign something with the payment plan to put it back, it don't come back. It's gone.
Right. It's
That's
gone.
it. So yeah, and they penalize you almost 50% to take out your own money. So he would be a fool if he did that, which he sounds like he's a fool for Madeleine. So anyway, she's upset because he didn't tell her that he lost the job before he came. And I'm like, well, at least he told you face to face. Because I mean, how would it look to get a call or a text, be like, oh, hey, I lost my job. You know what I'm saying? And that's really his beauty salon anyway. Can you imagine her tearing it up or doing something crazy? Because she's young and immature. I can see that happening.
Right.
Right. So, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess, after they get to the apartment, they have a little intimate session going on. So I guess everything's all right for the meantime. So,
That's
But it's
about the
still
only
on the
thing they
table because
communicate.
he still ain't got no job.
Yep, that's about the only thing they communicate on.
Right.
Frappe, he said he wanted to live out a social media fantasy. He got caught up real quick. He
Mm-hmm.
got caught up. Like I said, she's
Right.
just 19. So,
And he
how
still
much?
ain't told her that he's not moving because she thinking he's about to move over there right now, and he's not.
Right. So Rory says she was in feelings about the job situation. Well, she really gonna get in some feelings when that cash is gone. It's already
Right.
gone. So, oh no. All right.
He over
So
there on his last.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
irresponsible. You 30, you broke, but you still went over there.
yeah. He had to tell her, and I think also too, she's gonna have to get out that house, the apartment. Where how's she gonna stay in there?
Oh, she
So
gonna
that's
oh
just
she gonna be able to stay. She
she'll
got
find
she
somebody
got
else.
her another sponsor.
Oh
Trust me.
yeah,
He a fool if he thinks she done. Well, I
yeah.
know she ain't that stupid.
In
She
upcoming
got somebody.
in upcoming previews, I think the other sponsor is a friend of his. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll
Mm.
see. All right, let's move to look like the number one fan favorite, Kyle and Anika, or Annie for short.
Her
Mm-mm.
self-esteem is shot. Cause what?
Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I have a problem with him rubbing on himself and then rubbing on her. Cause I'm like, he rubbing on his adjusting his anatomy,
Right.
and then he kept touching her, and I'm like, it's like, ew. I'm like,
Well,
and then where do you get all these facts from? These quote unquote facts that if you sit too long, or if you do this, or if you do that, I'm like, where? Yeah,
right.
you.
People been
eh,
having kids and been eating bad and all kind of stuff. You're doing all this. Like, what type of super? What you trying to produce a superhero? What is you doing?
God.
Not
And then
that
I sent you the that clip.
you
Mm.
did.
Uh, yeah.
You did about all those kids from Dr. Phil. But it's just the fact of she feels that maybe they got off on a bad foot. And maybe the things that he was doing the night before last week's episode, maybe that it was in her imagination. She feels that 7 months online that they've been talking, they have a
Mm-hmm.
special connection that, you know what, maybe she could look past certain things since
Mm-mm.
he's there in person to see her for a little while. And it's just the fact that he has all these rules for her and, a point system for her as well for things,
Mm-hmm.
hugs, kisses, everything else. As soon as he comes to the table, he got his shorts and stuff on. Looked like he just changed his shirt from the week before.
Right. Right.
He doesn't give me hygiene. You know what I'm saying? He don't look
Mm-hmm.
like he has hygiene at all. So he gets to the table while she's waiting for him for breakfast, and he's like, "So what are you drinking?" She's like, "Coffee." He's oh, I don't do coffee. It messes with my donations. And I'm like, everything messes with your donations.
It don't.
Like, is constantly rubbing on himself. He says he takes 25 vitamins every day. I'm like, every day.
Why does he get
That's gonna mess up your donations.
right?
Just
That
take a
man,
multivitamin gummy. You know what I'm saying? I
right?
take one
That
every
man
morning.
got that man got that man got cramps. He need to stop.
That's why he kept touching his stuff. So I'm like,
Like
yeah,
you
you
can
can't.
you scratching
Mm-mm.
talking about you adjusting. What are you adjusting, dude? If you ain't
Right.
moving, they ain't gonna twist. So you ain't making no sense. You ain't they don't ain't no natural movement where your testes moving left and right. No, no, that don't make no sense. What you think you doing?
But imagine sitting next to him on an airplane because he's been to Australia as well. He's in
Mhm.
Malta. All these things are like
Mm-hmm.
outside of Europe, you know what I'm saying? And so if he's doing that on the ride to the ferry, which is what, 15, 20 minutes? What's
Right.
he doing on the airplane the 8+ hours he's flying?
Mm-hmm.
You know
How
what I'm
does
saying?
Mm-hmm.
how does he say he make money?
They
Excuse
pay
me?
him.
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, actually, Arbery, how you doing? Devontae, did you just say out your mouth, how's he making money?
Oh, I didn't know they was paying him. I thought it was like he was just was donating.
No, they pay
Oh,
him.
I'm gonna let you slide. I mean,
Okay, they
you
were okay. They must well they
Yeah.
must don't care about the looks of them babies then. Cause what
like you the little nephew
Yeah.
on here, so I'm
he
gonna let you slide.
he might be low budget. You know I'm a little slow. Y'all, I'm a blonde. I'm a black blonde of my family. Trust me.
Oh, okay. No, Roy says he doesn't get paid. No, he does get paid for his travels and his
Yeah,
donations because that's
he gets
the way
paid.
he could do that. But it's just the fact of, him just adjusting himself and just all the time. And right, I don't see no sanitizer, no hand washer. He just thinks this is normal. He said it's part of his profession to go out like that, and he doesn't wear any underwear, boxers, or anything like that. So he's just jingling, baby, day and night.
No,
right?
no, baby. Oh,
Day
no.
So
So
people, so people pay him, and he still got a point system. I'm confused.
yes,
He got a
because
point system for her.
right,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because he explained that he's never had a real relationship before. And so he wants to try to see if he can have and he did this himself. He air quoted one with Annie. That's what he said. So, but the point is she has a young son, right? The boy is probably about between 10 and 12. He's staying with his dad right now while she's trying to get whatever she needs to get from Kyle. And I'm like, even if she had a young daughter, I'm like, wouldn't you want to protect your child from someone
Mm-hmm.
who, hasn't changed his stance and how he feels about making donations to women in person or at the clinic? Because he don't mind with the get down in person. He says so.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so that means he's sleeping with women raw undercover, and you still want this?
That's the only way he does it. And then I don't know if it was in that clip I sent you, but after they're done, they have to have their legs up like in the air for like 15, 20 minutes for it to take.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen.
You gotta, I wish I could find that whole episode because I was like thoroughly disgusted.
I mean, it don't take 15 to, I mean, listen, if the time in the sheets, what got you pregnant, that's just
Right.
what got you pregnant. I mean,
Exactly.
you know how many
Exactly.
women
I
would just
mean,
have their
I feel like
eyes in
they
the
say that. They say that for people that's like struggling. Like that's just like
No.
techniques.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-mm.
he's just a weirdo. I mean, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I feel like he a weirdo. Like you're not really trying to help people. You talking about donating? You getting paid for it, bruh.
And he
air.
wants to have his own, he wants to have a reality show because he said this. He want to have a reality show where the women compete and pay to get his donation
Oh my
on the
God.
reality show.
And if
Yeah.
the right network pick it up, these fools will go on there. That's the sad part.
Can you imagine? First of all, I won't be watching that.
I will
That's ridiculous.
never watch that. No.
That's ridiculous. But so when they get to wherever they get to the beach part, I thought it was very interesting the beach and how it was like, the different sand formations they were sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I thought it was different. I never seen that before. It's just the fact that she has this conversation with him again. So tell me what happened in Australia when you went. He's like, oh, I just went to have fun. First of all, it's just like Alex going to Italy, asking similar questions about the threesome. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want him to explain to you why he went to Australia when you know what he does? That's his
Mm-hmm.
job. You know what he did. Yeah, he probably went
Mm-hmm.
for whatever, but he went to do and make some more babies. But he lied to her at first. He's like, no, I was just there just to have a good time, whatever. She goes, no, look me in my eyes and tell me. I'm like, girl, do
Well,
you
you
want
know what he did.
Where does he advertise his services?
Probably Craigslist.
That's a good question. Where does he advertise his service? I don't know. But it's just the point that she wants a different answer and knowing she's not going to get it. Just like Alex,
Mm-hmm.
she wants a different answer for a lifestyle that these men are living. And it's not going to change because of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this
Right.
makes his living. He's proud of the many children he has and the ones he has on the way. But I think what's getting Annie in her mind and thoughts, not just about the donations, it's just the fact that he's sleeping with them unprotected. But I'm like,
Right.
okay, so is he supposed to do the turkey baster all the time? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what her. I don't know what point she's trying to make him prove to her. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh,
She just needs to
oh,
look at the light. I mean, like
yeah.
what about him are you attracted to? Like what? It's
His
weird.
quirkiness. He said quirkiness. Rory said there's a Facebook group. I'm sure there is that does that.
Yeah. He
71.
has one with all the mamas.
Mm. He's
Oh,
got all the moms on the Facebook group.
Or there's a group with a lot of the mothers, and he said that after 3 years they can meet because like you gonna have kids out here that they're siblings and they're not gonna know they siblings.
Right.
So you're
ooh,
gonna so
imagine
he
that
said
being your baby.
after like some three I think it's 3 years then they can be in a group and they can meet each other. But it's
Oh,
like he controls it.
did
So
you
he
see
has
Phil?
definitely a control issue. No,
Oh,
I can't read it.
it says he told his intake method during episode 1. He lives out of a backpack and travels the world with his reduced price services.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So
Yeah, he
yeah,
get paid, and they pay him to travel, and I just can't. No.
yeah, he's teamed too much. I don't know why they felt this was a good story for this show, but they do. And I just can't believe that she's wants this man. I
Yeah,
just can't believe that she wants this. You know what I'm
and then
saying?
you remember when he was saying good girl" to her.
Uh-huh.
So in that episode, one of the girls was saying that he would say that to them when they would do stuff right in the bedroom.
True.
Yeah, I'm
Screams
just like,
group. Very true, very true. So really, Monday's episode just gave us a tidbit of everything that was coming up um, for the next episode. I think the next episode is really going to be the best one. So rolling into that, next week, Luke and Adriano. Is it Luke? No, Luke and Madeleine. Luke is telling Madeleine that he's got sunglasses made from a prototype, and that made from prototype, and he put $11,000 into the sunglass line. And she's like, $11,000? Why you spend our money? Why you spend our money? I'm like, I thought you was broke, Luke. I thought you. He's not broke.
right.
Mm. Next week, Alex's cousin. Y'all remember Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Alex. Okay. Her cousin is Tiffany is traveling through Europe, and she makes a stop in Italy. At first, I was like, "Oh, she here for the threesome?" Because Adriano looked at her like, "Oh yeah, this is it right here, right?" But then
Mm-hmm.
see a quick scene when they're at dinner, and she's like, "You not gonna pray over this food?" He's like, "No, I'm not a believer."
Oh,
And I said, "Something else you didn't know in the whole year?"
All right, she knew that. I don't even know why you was
right.
asked. First of all, why you asking that man to pray?
Right.
Well,
Mm-mm.
Alex claims she's from a religious family and very close family. But so her cousin's like, "So what you gonna do? So how much of this is a deal breaker between 1 and 10?" She's like, 10. I'm like,
Why are we here, ma'am?
right. That's how I look.
Exactly.
And then also next week. So this is where you made the comment earlier, Devontae. Annie is
Mm-hmm.
telling Kyle that, if he can't stop, donating, who does he think he is? Does he think he's Superman? Donate all these kids to save the world? I said, no, she didn't say,
Like,
pretty much
what's your
saying,
retirement plan, bro? Because eventually, like, well, I guess you can create kids forever, but like, what's
I
your
mean,
window, dude? Ain't nobody
Yeah,
gonna want
Robert
no
Niro
50
just
year
had a
old
kid.
man doing that.
she feels it's an addiction and he denies it's an addiction. Do you think it's an addiction? I mean, the way he's carrying on.
Yeah.
It's a fetish.
It's like an addiction, a fetish. He's in control.
Mm-hmm.
He's in control.
Mm, I'm just curious to know if they're
This
gonna.
is he trying to start a cult. So
He's
when
already
all
got
these, yeah, that's what he's trying to do though. He trying to start. He trying to have all these little kids. And then they go like, you could be just like dad. We gonna take over.
one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We
So
everybody's gonna be related to us.
No, seriously.
And then what was that? Luke, I get their names confused already. Shawn and Alliya, more of the same, more arguments, and Shawn, he don't know which way to turn.
What if he's sick?
Turn around and come back home.
That too. What'd you say, Devontae?
I said, what if the donation guys was sick and get like maybe he had an illness or something, and then it just sparked something in him, and he was just like, let me have a bunch of these kids so I can have 900 kidneys around here. Nah, I there's no way I can't get nothing from nobody. I got too many kids out here.
But you know what though? If he consistently went to the donation center, they would test them for diseases, this and that. But since he went rogue and doing things on the side,
and he won't give them any of his information either. All that came out on the Dr. Phil show when they wanted, stuff, and he wouldn't give it to them.
Oh, so he could be. Yeah. So he definitely went rogue for that. So, but you know what, y'all? Like I said, I can see myself glitchy. So I'm gonna make this short. I don't want to have y'all stop to think if I'm here or not or whatever. But I am. So we'll just go ahead and cut it short. But any final comments before I let it go? No. No. All right. Well, hopefully next week the show will pick up and be better. The wind will stop blowing. My Wi-Fi will stop tripping. But I appreciate everybody's time. I really do. And we'll be back on Tuesday for 90 day. I know it's always another 90 day, right?
Always.
90 day happy after. So if you could join, I'd appreciate it. If not, catch the replay. So thank you, everybody, and sorry for the glitchy tonight.
You're good.
All right. Enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.